Okay, welcome to my channel once again, guys. And today I'll be talking about gravity. You see, gravity is gravity is not just a as and I quote Eric Verlinde, the scientist, said that gravity is an entropic force caused when the universe tries to arrange the things in its solar system. Okay, I want to build on this and expand the theory further. I believe that the force of gravity is caused by a greater structure imposing its force on the earth. That's simply gravity. Gravity is simply a greater a greater mass, a greater mass imposing its force on the earth. Now, the force of gravity is created as a result of as a result of other forces of gravity of higher mass acting on the current mass that is imposing its force on the earth. So which means gravity is a force that was created by a larger mass, a very large mass, the kind of mass that is able to create push and pull torrents on the earth. So, with this large mass hanging over the earth, it is able to create this push and pull torrents over the earth, allowing the force of gravity to um, organize and affect every single thing around the atmosphere, the core of the earth. Now, the force of gravity is simply a very huge mass acting on the earth. Now, the force of gravity does not just affect the temperature of the earth. It doesn't just affect the core of the earth. It doesn't just affect the stones. It doesn't just affect everything, the atmosphere, the stratosphere. It doesn't just affect. It also affects the temperature, and not just the temperature. It also affects the formation of the earth, and it also affects the formation of the organisms and the creatures that are on the earth. Now, this is simply because of the higher force acting on the earth. Now, that higher force that is acting on the earth also has another force acting on it. There's also another higher force acting on it. Now, the reason why this force is the gravitational pull is so strong is because if a a mass that is so gigantic with a gravity acts on the earth, that if that mass is like 50 times more than the current mass acting on the earth can actually be destroyed. A planet can be destroyed by the amount of gravitational force that is acting on it. So the level of gravitational force that is acting on the earth is simply enough to sustain the earth and just keep the earth in a very nice position. Because if the star that is acting on the earth were to act on the earth directly, the earth will be destroyed. So gravitational force is not something you carry and trap and you use. Gravitational force is something you you just need to explore in ways to navigate through it and adapt to the force. Not necessarily the force cannot be captured because it's simply a higher body acting on a lower body.